that sun is bright today.
Yes. Sun is bright today. Hey everyone, Maxine and Kendra on your road to home. Today we're about to pick up Nicole Zoellner. She is a local investment real estate agent. So yeah, we're gonna just pick her up in just a couple minutes. We just grabbed ourselves a coffee here at a local Erie coffee shop.
If you haven't been to Christo's Coffee, we highly recommend it.
Yes.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah, and just a quick update on Carbon Valley real estate right now. We are seeing the average number of days on market go down, which is a great sign if you're thinking about selling this year. Buyer activity is up. We're down closer to between 35 and 40 days on market. We still have a lot of new construction moving out here as well too, and still offering some really great incentives there if that's an option for you.
Yes, and then rates continue to fluctuate, but they are for the most part on the downward spin. Probably average is 6.75-ish area.
Why, hello.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, welcome Nicole.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Good
Good
to
to see
have
you,
you.
too. We need to have you buckle up.
I'm working on
we
it.
want to be safe.
What are you trying to say? Is my life in danger right now?
No danger. Kendra is the
Not yet, anyway.
safest driver.
Awesome.
Especially when I'm multitasking here.
I'm glad you didn't ask me to drive.
Yeah, right? That would just be mean to interview you and make you drive.
Yeah.
We should see how that goes next time.
Yeah, we should try that.
Try that on someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So everyone, this is Nicole Zoellner. Like we said, we're gonna just have you kind of chat about yourself for a minute. Do you want to introduce yourself, Nicole, to everyone?
Yeah, for sure. Hello, everyone. Nicole Zoellner with J&T Property Solutions. I'm a real estate investor, and sometimes a lot of people don't really know what that means, but essentially I buy houses and sometimes we fix them up and then I sell them. Sometimes we keep them for rentals. Sometimes we sell them to other people to fix. Just so many different options, but all things real estate investing is what I do. And I live in Erie, Colorado, and tend to work North Denver up to Fort Collins.
Nice. We're gonna make this corner and get the sun out of my eyes, and then
There
I'll
we
ask
go.
you one of our questions.
That was intense.
We just roll with it.
Yep.
So, Nicole, how do you find profitable real estate opportunities in today's real estate market?
Yeah, so typically it's from realtors or other real estate professionals, because I think the majority of people who think, I gotta sell my house, think of a realtor. And I don't know the statistics on that, so I think someone should do a poll, but most people go that route. And so other professionals know the value that I can bring, because your realtor, for example, like Kendra, she knows all the things that can go wrong in a transaction, right? Maybe things need to be fixed, the seller doesn't want to fix them, the buyer doesn't want to buy, and that blows up the deal. I mean, so many different ways. And being an investor, I buy as is. I allow people to leave stuff at the property if they don't want to take it with them. So I'm never coming back and saying, you've got to fix this. I just build it into my price to make things easy. So I think professionals get that more than most people, and that's usually where our deals come from.
Got it.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
This was not a planned question, but this just popped into my mind as you were talking. What's the most common situation that you see where you're purchasing a property? Is it typically like when a death happens, or when people are splitting up, or what's the most common thing that you're seeing?
Yeah, what we're seeing is people needing to cut and run quickly, and the price isn't the biggest factor, because I have a lot of overhead costs and I pay contractors to do the work. That's usually not, I'm not the buyer for that kind of person who needs top dollar. So like we've had cases where landlords, people moved out and the place was a mess and they didn't want to pay to fix it. We've had people who've had a major life event, like a child who has an illness, and they had to go to a different state and they just wanted to cut and run. We've had one person downsizing, right? They're downsizing their parents and have 40 years of stuff in their house, and they don't want to move it all and deal with fixing things. So it's kind of all over the map, but those are the main ones. Stuff that normal people can't buy with a typical loan, or they want to move fast enough and have that convenience.
Perfect.
Right. How do you handle risk within the real estate market?
Real estate is risky. There's just no doubt about it, but I like how you asked that question, how to handle, not how do I prevent risk. So we try to mitigate risk in any market, right? Because I work with private money lenders in addition to hard money. And so I take that very seriously. And people aren't going to want to invest with me if I don't make good decisions. So one way is to keep a pulse on the market. So Maxine, you could attest to this. The market changes quickly,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
With rates or I don't even know, COVID, so many things can affect the market. So that's one reason we mitigate risk. We also do our due diligence on the property, right? So talking to our title representatives about E&O and just making sure there's no outstanding surprises. We do a sewer scope on our places.
Is that all you do, or do you do a full inspection?
No, I don't usually do a full inspection because I'm usually fixing so much. Like these are houses that haven't been renovated in so long. They need a lot, so I already know going in, like, I don't care if there's holes, I don't care if there's a bad roof, and I can see from the electrical if I'm going to need to upgrade it. But keeping current with the times, right? So recently code has changed for electrical, and if I touch one outlet in the house, I have to change the whole box, which is $9,000. So I know those things, but I can't see in the sewer. So I've gotten real exciting looking at sewers, but that's another way to mitigate some risk. And then also exit strategy. So a lot of times we're buying these houses, we're renovating them, and then we're selling them, but not always. So what if the market goes weird? We bought a house in June of 2022 and the market went a little weird. Like interest rates started to skyrocket, people stopped buying as readily, and so we turned it into a rental, right? So as I go into houses and properties, potential properties, I try to look at what other uses we can have for those properties.
So you're not always flipping.
Correct.
You're pivoting based on whatever the market challenge.
Exactly. I feel like I kind of have to do that. And like starting a sober living community, like we've done that before, right? So
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, just looking at all the ways that we can make that happen, I guess.
That's awesome. I'm glad that you brought that up about sewer scopes, because I'm a huge advocate on that in real estate.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you're buying a brand new home or an investment property or anything, get the sewer line checked out. You will be shocked sometimes at what you find in those sewer scope reports.
Can I tell you, I think one house we had it done 3 times. Like, so before we moved in, we had it done, we had it cleaned, then we had it done again before, we were leaving, because sometimes things happen, things get put down the toilet, right? And then we were going to sell, and we're like, this place, there's no sewer problems. Like, we were not sweating that inspection. And then it came back, and one of the contractors had shoved like the little booty cover over.
No.
Like, I know. And so they're like, you need to clean it again. So always,
wow.
and especially in Colorado with all the tree roots, but
Yeah.
always.
Yeah.
Do you say sewer scope even, how new does the home have to be?
I did a sewer scope on my house when it was built, brand new, because
you did?
Yeah, I've
Okay.
seen brand new homes have a caulking tube in the sewer pipe, or a rag that got shoved down there from a construction worker on site. That's going to cause problems. Or I've even had one, my neighbor, they went to sell just recently after they bought it, but their house was less than 2 years old, and there was a break in the sewer line right where it meets the street, which is the most expensive spot to repair. And I'm pretty sure it was there when they moved in, but they didn't have a sewer scope when they bought it. When they went to sell it, the new buyer did a sewer scope on it. So always get a sewer scope. I love that.
Yes.
All right, what trends are you seeing in the real estate right now?
Gosh, there's so many things going on, and I think social media has really changed the way things are going. And for me in the investment space, social media is helping get the word out there about all kinds of things, like creative financing, stuff that's been done for a long time that no one just really knew about in the broader sense, but now people are talking about it on social media. And so I know even like a younger generation is really getting into short-term rentals or out-of-state investing or all of those things, and there's people all over YouTube and social media with trainings on how to do all of those things. So I think that's the biggest trend that I would see.
I love that. I agree with that.
Well, I guess with that, any advice to newcomers getting into real estate investing?
So much advice. Okay. I would say the number one thing is networking. I would find some real estate investment groups. You can find them anywhere. Googling them in your area and go to those and just learn as much as you can learn.
Probably having your hard money lenders in place too, because that's pretty
so
huge.
much, right? So you'll go there, and then I would just ask questions. Like, when you're in those places, I would try to meet one-on-one with people. I would try to ask them, like, who do you use for title and why? Who do you use for your lender? Like, why do you pick them over other people? And I think it's just a wealth of knowledge there practically. But then I would also find a coach, because there's so much, and real estate's not a cheap venture. I mean,
No, it's not.
a bad decision could be devastating. So, going back to minimizing your risk, I think starting out with an education or a coach would be definitely beneficial.
Who was your coach?
We joined with an educational program. And then that program assigned us coaches that we went through. But then I'm also super into networking. I'm in so many groups, right? Women's business groups to support. I'm in specific real estate investor groups, part of my chamber to be connected. And I think finding an educational program that fits for you, because you asked that question, and we did a national program, but there are some local ones too. With any program or coach, I would ask for references, because so many people are on YouTube or claiming to be the best at all the things, but I think that that's definitely important. And then I also would say focus on one or two things. Like in real estate investing, you can do so much, right? Short-term rentals, mid-term rentals, long-term rentals, fix and flip. You can invest in raw land and flip it. You could wholesale. You could have multifamily, right? Or storage units. Like, there's so many things that your head could spin, and I think sometimes we spin our wheels doing that. And so my advice would be pick one or two things that you really want to dive into and get good at that, and then expand from there.
What's midterm rental?
30 days or more.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So people like moving here, maybe, who want to check something out, like their job moved them quickly and they haven't found a house yet, want a low committal rental. People getting work done on their house. We had it's actually in Old Town. I think we almost drove by it. We have a house that was a midterm rental, and all kinds of reasons people would come and stay for a month.
And in regards to short-term rental, location is probably a pretty big factor.
Yeah,
with your decision there, right?
There's so much training just on that, right? Like finding a place by hospitals and an airport and schools, right? And that's how you mitigate your risk in that area. So, yeah, I'm not the expert on that. We had one, but I'm still not the expert.
Man, you are just giving so many nuggets. My head's spinning now.
I know.
Sorry, I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking.
I'm excited about it. I'm like, I think my husband and I need to sit down and chat with you a little bit more about what we can invest in.
There's so much. It is exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you for your time, Nicole.
You're welcome.
Anything we missed? Any nuggets we missed before we do our little rapid fire and get to know a little bit more about you?
No, I think someone told me once, it's super cheesy, but your network is your net worth.
100%, yes.
Any small business person, or, just get out there. If you're scared and you think you're not, I'm 51% introvert and 49%, I don't do public math. 49% extrovert, right? And so just adapt, and it's fine. Just find your people and go consistently to something, because that's going to get you where you need to be. Consistency is key. So,
well, I'm speaking for you, Kendra. I'm sorry, but we are very happy we got to meet you, and are glad you are in our network. So thank you. And we're just going to ask you some kind of random questions. What's your favorite 80s band?
Oh my gosh, Prince. Is he a band?
Yeah.
Can I say that?
That'll count.
I'll take it.
Does that count?
Yep. That'll count. That'll count. Kendra?
What's your favorite local restaurant?
I like so many. I love food. I think about food all the time, so that's a fun fact for me.
Let's do top 3 then.
Okay, I like the Dugout.
Oh.
I also like Georgia Boys. We have another really great one in Erie, Peripi.
Oh, I love that place.
Yeah, so there are so many. I think we could do a whole episode on good food.
We might have to do that in the future. Yeah, we might have to do that in the future.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What's your favorite book you've read recently?
Well, we were talking about this. Lessons in Chemistry. I'm not a big read for growing my mind. I should be. I can do small snippets grow my mind, so I might listen to something or like a podcast or something. But I read for fun, and Lessons in Chemistry just had so many good lessons and feel goodness about it. So it's my current favorite.
All right, I might have to try that book. What else you got, Maxine? Where do you like to go on the weekends?
Oh yeah.
I'm so boring, you guys. I love to stay home because I'm so busy during the week, but I do like to play pickleball. That is one of my favorite new things. So wherever there's a pickleball court and my friends playing, I would like to go there.
That's awesome. I
What
wanna learn
about-
how to play?
What?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry. What about favorite vacation spot?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh, I would say Europe. Anywhere. I feel like in Europe, I've been to Paris and Italy and Greece, and I like all of those and would gladly go back to any one of them.
Excellent.
And you like road trips? Road trips or no?
Only
if it's with Kendra and I. Only if it's with Kendra and I.
Short road trips are amazing. If you get too long, I'm like, are we there yet? I'm just like a kid. My butt hurts. Can we get out? When are we stopping?
Are we there yet, Mom?
Are we there yet? Yes. Oh my goodness. Well, Nicole, thank you so much for sharing your day with us. If you guys know anybody in the area who could use her services, we will have her contact information in the description below. If you have any questions for Nicole that you would like to get answered, please give us a comment and we'll be sure to follow up with you on that. Otherwise, thank you for joining us on another episode of Your Road to Home. And now the sun's back in our eyes again.
Thank you.
Yes. Hope to see you on your road to home. Thanks,
right.
everyone.
Bye.